Hey friends, we are here today to discuss real love and strength of a woman, child. And I'm saying this because I am just now seeing the movies. I know, I'm late. I'm supposed to have been here seeing these movies, but y'all, when Strength of a Woman and Real Love first came out, I don't have cable, so I was gonna have to go on the Lifetime website and watch it. So of course I was like, "Oh, it's up here. I got time. I got time." Next thing you know, I looked a couple of days later, and Lifetime had removed both movies from the site. And then when I googled it, it was like stream on Fubo TV or something like that. I was like, "I'm not getting no subscriptions, no additional subscriptions to watch this movie. I'm gonna have to wait till it come back on." And so my coworker asked me, she had just seen the movie like legit a week ago. She was like, "Have you ever seen the Mary J. Blige movies?" I was like, "No, I need to see if they back up on the site so I can watch them." And so as soon as she said that, I clicked on that site and child, they was both up there. I was like, "Let me go ahead and watch these both right now so I will get it over with." Somebody asked me a long time ago, a couple months ago, when the movie came out, to do a review. So my review is real delayed, but we're gonna start with Real Love. So of course we have Kendra, who is a young woman who is going to a HBCU to pursue a major in photography. She is roommates with her friend. I don't know if everybody is from Chicago or if people are from North Carolina. I don't know, but either way, all of that plays an important part in what's going on. So the backstory for Kendra is a young girl who comes from a middle class family. Her mother has died, and so she was raised by her father, and she helped her father pretty much raise her sister and her sister's daughter. So Kendra has been taking care of the household. She was considered like the woman of the house. She had a lot of responsibilities while her sister was the one who, I guess it was alluded to, that was, out hanging out and doing whatever she wanted to do. So Kendra now goes to college, and her way is not made easy because she doesn't come from a family with money. So she has to go and find a work study job, or she decides to go and find a work study job just so she could have, some coins for the semester. I think she was on a full scholarship, but the only thing that was not paid for was like her books or something. And so she needed money for her books. And so she went to financial aid, or she went to the bursar office to get a job. Now, Kendra goes to school and is all in on her schoolwork because she's like, "I'm not here to play. I'm here because I have a passion. My passion is for photography. So photography is what I'm going to do." So she has one roommate. Her roommate's name is Terry. And then they have another friend who's the light-skinned girl that have the box braids. I don't know if they ever said her name, but her name never registered to me, and I didn't remember her name or even think to even get her name until now that I'm telling y'all the story. But the fact of the matter is, we are basically in freshman year. Real Love takes place during freshman year of Kendra's college career at Hammond College or Hammond University, which is HBCU in North Carolina. So one day while the girls are out on the lawn, some festivities going on. And that's when they run into Da Vinci and some guys because Da Vinci is pledging for this frat. And so some of his bigs give him the challenge of going over to Kendra and Terry and them to talk to them to try to, woo them or whatever, try to speak game or whatever. So Kendra basically lets them know right then, like, "I'm not interested." And Terry and them are like, "Girl, you need to open up. Girl, you need to open up. We at college, we here for new experiences. You can't just keep shutting off. You need to have fun. All you do is go to the room and keep your head in the book, girl. You need to enjoy your experience. What's the point of being here if we not going to enjoy it?" So Kendra it's not really loosening up or whatever. But when when Ben comes over to you basically introduce herself and they have a little conversation. Basically, that's when Kendra and Ben basically take interest in each other. So then Kendra runs into Ben again in the bursar office when she is trying to get work, and then he's trying to figure out what his classes are, what he wants to take, because he's supposed to be on the law track, because he's supposed to be going to school to be a lawyer. So he's on the law track, or the law course load or whatever. So he's trying to figure out some electives I think he could take. And so that's when we find out a little bit more about his background. Come to find out, Ben comes from a well-to-do family. He is a legacy at Hammond. His mother and father are on him like white on rice. I feel like he feels pressure to succeed because all of these people in his family are successful. He was told that he was going to do law, not because he actually wanted to do it. And so one thing that he really admired about Kendra was the fact that she was a go-getter. She went after the things that she desired and the things that she dreamed of. Unlike him, he didn't have the necessary goal to tell his mama or his family the things that he desired and the things that he wanted to do. So he basically ended up signing up for intro to photography because he knew Kendra was going to be in the class. So basically, he was following her. All in all. So, like, as time goes on, Kendra is, getting in good with her teacher. At first she had a little hiccup with, I guess some perspective of what was going on in the class on one of her projects. But she ends up nipping that in the bud. She got a job working at the school cafeteria. She's swiping meal cards and cleaning up the diner, everything like that. So she got a little job, she working whatever, she's hanging out, and then her and Ben start dating. Things get serious, they falling for each other. Ben ends up taking Kendra a flower. It's just cute. He don't seem like he no dog. But in the background, okay, let me not set it up like that because that make it sound like he a dog. In the background, there is a girl who grew up with being named Connie, and she kind of is one of them girls like who come from another well-to-do family, and so it's her family knows Ben's family. It's been kind of arranged that Ben and Connie need to be together, and so eventually, I think homecoming comes. Ben takes Kendra to a gala, and he introduces her to his family. His family was not welcoming at all. They were very highfalutin, very snooty, and very bourgeois. Let me stop. They were so bougie. And her mom, not her mama, his mama, oh Lord, she kind of reminded me a little bit of, I'm not even going to hold you. She kind of reminded me a little bit of Whitley from Different Worlds' mama, Miss Gilbert. It was giving very much Miss Gilbert-y, for sure. But she was just like, what does your father do? And when Kendra said her father worked in sanitation, she just was like, ma'am, just because he works in sanitation does not mean that he is out there pulling trash cans. Girl, he could have been the accountant for the sanitation department. He could have been an admin for the sanitation department. He could have been a manager of the sanitation department. He could have been anything. She just heard sanitation and just threw his nose up. But because she comes from a hardworking family, he's like, oh no. What, girl? Ben, what are you doing with her? We don't mess with these people. Those people are bottom of the barrel. That's literally what it was given. And so she was embarrassed. She kind of walked out. And so, Connie had been saying some slick stuff to Kendra back and forth, and acting like she didn't know Kendra everything. And so, the dude who was like Ben's big, who was, like working on campus. So basically, Kendra ends up breaking up with Ben. because I guess she don't feel like she good enough for being. Kendra was kind of the pusher. She was kind of the pusher, and so she, wasn't here for being or whatever like that. So she dumps Ben. Ben is heartbroken. So now Ben is walking around campus with Connie. And, people are telling Kendra, like, oh my God, like, girl, what you gonna do? Like, Ben is with Connie. So one day on campus, Ben runs into Kendra with Connie at the meal thing, because, they going in the cafe or whatever. And so she was just like, what do you want, Ben? Like, why are you in my face? Like, I don't want you to tell me that y'all are together. I don't care what you and Connie are doing. Go ahead and do your business. So basically, she kind of, I don't want to even say she pushed Ben in the direction of Connie, but I mean, she kind of did. But Ben had a choice. You know what I'm saying? Ben had a choice. He could have worked a little harder. Okay, maybe not. Let me not say that. Let me not say that. Not work harder to get back at Kendra graces, because who is Kendra? But like at the same time, like, I feel like if he wanted Kendra, as bad as he said he did, and if he felt so hurt by it, I'm not saying he should have pushed more, but he should have been a little bit more persistent. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Ben is now with Connie. So Kendra has been studying, I guess, all semester with Ben's big, and what was his name? Oh crap, what was his name? Ben. I think it was Kevin. So Kevin has been studying with Kendra all semester, and so I don't know why Kevin was ever under the I don't know why he ever thought that he had a chance with Kendra. I don't even know why he even thought that Kendra liked him. I don't even know why he even thought that Kendra was trying to pursue something with him, knowing that she had just got a relationship with Ben. But he took it upon himself to invite her over to study, have her in his room, turn the music up, and take advantage of her. At that point in the movie, I wanted to full out windmill. Like, I wanted to hurt Kevin. I'm not even gonna hold you, like, because good and doggone well what that girl was there for. And then she even tried to leave. And then you gonna sit there and try to have a conversation with her about her decision. I wanted Kendra to hit him over the head with that boombox so bad. Girl, knock his tail out. Like, oh my God, that really rubbed me. Like, that part of the movie really pissed me off. Because I'm just like, she ain't never had no interaction with you like that. You know what I'm saying? You like, no. Absolutely not. Like, no. What they say in school, consent is sexy. No. No means no. It was never giving. She was never interested in you. It don't even have nothing to do with her being interested in you, friend. Like, he was doing too much. And it really upset me to have to watch or something even be alluded to the fact that he took advantage of her. And then it's just the fact that, like, we had to watch her kind of like spiral. And that was hurtful to watch because the actress, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she did a very good job in depicting what somebody who have gone through that experience would like to me. And she was zoning out, like, she wasn't keeping up with her physical appearance. She, like, the care for everything, went away. And then it's just the fact that, like, she had to go home because her daddy had a health scare. And, the song, like, when the song would play, she would, like, have flashback. She would be triggered. And so she started taking some of her father's medical candy. I don't know. Can you say pills? Anyway, You know, YouTube funny about some things you can say because children be watching. But anyway, she started taking her father's pain meds that he got after he got out of the hospital. She started taking some of her father's pain meds. And one day when she got back to school, she went in the bathroom. And I think she was about to take herself out the game because she had a whole lot of them in her hand. And so I was like, oh no, God, please, Lord. Don't let this be what it. I was so happy to see, because Terry had started catching on. Like, she was like, something's wrong with my homegirl. She was just like, you know what, Kendra, if you ever need to talk to me, I am here. You can talk to me. Next thing you know, Terry finds Kendra in the bathroom floor. I'm like, oh my God, did she take all them pills? But then when she opened her hand, they all fell into the floor. So I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But so Kendra started getting help, and then she used her love for photography to capture the moments of was it a visual or it was like a support group where they all made signs and they lit candles. And basically it was girls who were survivors, or not even, well, I think I was only girls there. But it was a movement on campus to support. Kendra never turned Kevin in, but when it came down to Kendra being with Ben again, because eventually they rekindled after the whole situation with her dad, it came to a point where Ben would touch her, and she basically, stopped him. Like, she got triggered again. And so she had to pretty much tell him, like, this happened to me. So just, be patient with me. I want you to know this because I don't want to keep nothing from you. But she wouldn't tell him who it was. It wasn't until they went to a party and he was in the room and she got triggered and she started having like a breakdown where Ben figured it out, and Ben beat the brakes off Kevin. And at that point I was like, rightfully so. And he knocked him out and flipped him over the table. And I was like, well, you shouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? And so Ben ended up going to jail. Now, Ben went to jail. His parents went and got him out, but he wouldn't tell his parents why he went to jail. And then Kevin's parents started pressing charges against Ben. So Ben was basically like on his way out of school because he was about to get expelled from school because, you know what I'm saying, he got into that altercation. Well, Kendra took it upon herself to visit Kevin in the hospital and was like, if you don't tell your parents to drop the charges, I will tell everybody on campus what happened. Do you know, just like a manipulator, he gonna say, oh, well, it's gonna be your word against mine. Sir, sir, absolutely not. That's not the road we going down. Because she said, okay, well, I will see you in court. Then when he heard them words, he cleaned his act right on up and was like, okay, I'll talk to her. And then she hit him in the head, rightfully so, because you shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have did it. I hope your head was ringing. But anyway, so mind you, after that, the charges are dropped. Kendra's professor asked her to be the TA, and then I think she accepted that. And then she told Kendra had so much potential. She has so much more talent. Girl, this is a good school. Hammond is a good university, but Miss Ma'am, you need to be going to a school where you can actually, what's the word? Where you can actually like use your talents and have them enhanced. Have somebody cultivate your talents. And so she basically got her to apply for this school in Chicago for design. And so all in all, Kendra got into school. Her and Ben had to figure out what they wanted to do. And so she go to school. I guess they decide they're going to be long distance, and that's all we know. And then we go into Strength of a Woman, where it's a 15-year time jump. Now, let me tell you something. I did not think it was going to be no 15-year time jump. That was not on my bingo card. I'm thinking like maybe 5 years, 5 to 7. 15, that's wild. Okay? So by the time we find out anything else about Ben's son is grown. Ben's son is in high school. Kendra's little niece is grown. Kendra don't have no children yet, but she is married and she seems to be in love with her husband and she wants to try to have a baby. So we see all these things and how she has these ovulation reminders. Her husband's working at the hospital. Her husband keeps telling her, like, I gotta go to work, I gotta go to work, I gotta go to work, I gotta work. Even when Kendra's daddy died, he leave, like Kendra and them leave to go somewhere else. She done bumped into Ben. Kendra done bumped into Ben quite a few times. And even she had a slip up where she kissed Ben, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, her and Ben they talk about their relationship, what happened, why they work, boo, boo, boo. Her husband, Kendra, goes up to the hospital. I probably gonna skip a whole bunch of stuff, because anyway, let's just get into it. Let's get into it, because let me tell you something. Real love was nice, but Strength of a Woman had your girl tight, and I'm not even gonna hold you. Especially when Kendra walks herself up to that hospital and her husband had the nerve to be out in that hospital yard kissing that nurse. I was like, oh no, sir, please. You got this girl begging to spend time with you, and you pressing yourself to go to work because you got a whole relationship. Then when she find out and she tired of you, you like, no, our vows set for better or worse. Our relationship. I'm just like, girl, he is trash. Cut him, sis. X. He's a chop. Ma'am, no. Because, like, you sitting out here, you begging your wife, talking about something. We was not in a relationship. It was just entanglements. We were not in a relationship. And so, when she's skeptical of you or she don't trust you, you talking about something. I don't want you to hold this over my head. I want us to keep moving forward. Sir, that's not how that works. Then when, Kendra niece Sonny come, Sonny and Ben's son, I don't even know, what's Ben's son? Lil Ben, I don't know. Sonny and Lil Ben got close. And so, you know, they was, Ben and Kendra was arranging play dates between the two children. And her husband was like, well, if ain't anything going on, I need him to come over. We need to have dinner. I'm like, sir, you doing the most. You honestly setting yourself up. So then he get toe up, girl. He get under the influence. He's just mouthing off at the table. He embarrassed Kendra. Mind you, Kendra just found out she was pregnant. They go upstairs. She talking or whatever, and they arguing. Kendra falls down the steps. I'm like, oh, now mind you, I took my I don't know if I blinked or if I looked away for half a second. Kendra was talking, next thing you know, I see her, she at the bottom of the steps, and he up there like this. I'm like, did he push her? And then, of course, while I'm trying to look, it started, the website started glitching. I'm like, oh no. So then when I finally get the thing to stop glitching, the movie has moved forward past, she in the hospital. So I'm like, okay, ain't no need for me to even try to go back because this is messing up. So I just roll with it. Okay, so she in the hospital. They do the ultrasound. No heartbeat. I'm like, so her daddy died. Her husband cheated. Now she done lost the baby. So now Kendra go home. Kendra has been talking to Terry because Kendra is Terry's son's godmom. So, you know, Terry and Kendra have remained close because, you know, Terry was Kendra's friend before they went to college, but, you know, they bonded on another level when Terry was there for Kendra and Terry saved Kendra's life. So Kendra has been on Terry about why your son father is not in his life. She didn't want her son to go to this school. The school is expensive. Get your son. She was like, I'll talk to him. So here she said, my baby daddy is on the road. I guess if I get in contact with him. So I'm thinking this man is like a musician. She met him in college or whatever. So I'm thinking, okay, he a musician. He just, he on his what's his face from this Christmas? The son that was the musician. I'm thinking he on his flow. He out there, going from state to state, doing his thing. Child. Kendra called that bank. She said it's a $3,300 charge missing. So I'm like, oh, her husband is still having an entanglement with that woman. He done gave that girl $3,300. And then he gonna say he gave it to his sister. So Kendra called her sister. It was like, girl, Kevin, what was her husband name? Was her husband named Kevin? Lord have mercy. I done messed some people's name up. Her husband name was Kevin. Anyway, Kendra husband say it's for us. So she called her sister-in-law and was like, girl, can you tell me what they charged for? Because what's his face got to tell me, girl, like, I just need to know, like, did you ever get the money? I just wanted to make sure you got what you needed. She was like, oh no, sis, girl. He ain't gave me no $3,300. So what Kendra do? Kendra's like, oh, okay, girl. Well, let me see. Let me talk to him and see what happened. She got a phone with her. She called the bank. Hello. There's this $3,300 charge on my account, and I just need to verify what it was for just to make sure my books is right. Can you tell me the name of the person who the wire was sent to? Kendra on the phone with the bank. Next time we see, she in front of the house at Terry door. So I'm thinking she going to Terry house to tell Terry the tea about why her husband sent this other woman this $3,300 charge. Child, Terry is the woman who received the $3,300. Ma'am, what did you say? Oh, not her husband. Is Terry baby daddy. So not only did her daddy die, not only did he cheat on Kendra, not only did Kendra lose the baby. Now, you mean to tell me her best friend, baby daddy, is her husband? Oh no. Oh no. I said that this right here, that's the Lifetime coming out. What in the world is going on? What in the world is going on? I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Shaking the table. Talk about shaking the table. I'm like, oh no, girl, that's it. That's it. Because it won't like Kendra was married to that man for 5 days. This was a 15-year time jump. So Kendra probably had been married to that man at least 10 years. Or they've been together at least 10 years. So I'm like, did her husband go to heaven? Or did she find her husband at the design school? Like, where did this man come from? And how she talking about some one night when you was mad at Kevin, he came to me and talking to me. And girl, a one night stand. Okay, Kendra get back to the house. Kendra got a whole waiting to exhale moment. Kendra tell her husband he need a ride. And she said that man caught on fire. Her name went from Kendra to Bernadette. Just like that. I'm like, oh my God. Kendra sitting in the house for days. Mind you, Kendra is a professional photographer. She had this dream of taking pictures for this one magazine, and her dream had actually came true. But she was going through so much. Kendra had got drunk. Kendra had been in the house for days. She wasn't answering the phone. Her assistant literally had to come to the house to make sure Kendra was still alive, because Kendra was just nowhere to be found. Next thing you know, I think somehow or another, I don't even know how Kendra even ended up with Ben after that. Child, Kendra started dating Ben. Oh no, Ben invited Kendra because Kendra was going through a lot. He invited her to his mom and his father's house for some kind of event. And so they was just there as friends. And so, you know, a lot of people had been telling Kendra along the way, especially her sister, after the whole thing happened with Kendra's husband, that, you know, like, maybe Ben is who you supposed to be with or something. But she just was, you know, like, going on forward with stuff, whatever. And so Kendra is with Ben. They end up talking, having a good time all night. You know, she's going outside because I think she's getting ready to go. And then her and Ben have a kiss. And I'm just like, girl, that man ain't never got over you, girl. Mind you, Ben was going through a divorce with Connie, which I was surprised that 15 years later, Ben ended up marrying Connie because he was so in love with Kendra. I'm just like, okay. And so Connie was trying to, you know, take Lil Ben away and all that. So we ended up coming to find out Connie got a grant from the judge to move back closer home to her family where her support system was. But I'm like, girl, support system, you had like the baby father is not in the child life. Like, Ben was very active in Lil Ben life. So I'm just like, you got all the support you need. Like, anyway. So Kendra and Ben started getting serious again. And so when that whole thing happened, and he told her that he wanted to move back to North Carolina because he wanted to be near his son, Kendra was just all hesitant. And I'm just like, girl, you doing it again. You push him away. And Ben was like, I want you. I want to be with you. It's always been you. He was like, I prayed for moments like this. I was like, Ben, you said all the right You said all the right things, man. You said all Kendra, please give Ben another chance. Kendra, please give Ben, girl. He love you, girl. He love you, girl. He love you. Woo. Y'all, let me tell you something. Strength of a Woman had me tight. All in all, Kendra ended up having her hips back in North Carolina. She went to North Carolina with Ben. They was going to be together, all right? I don't know if they ever got married or nothing because they didn't give us no flash or no jump forward to let us know the ending or, you know, none of that. But it was happily ever after. They ended up going back to Hammond and taking a picture at the school to basically recreate their photo they made before she left for Chicago freshman year. I was like, oh, okay. All in all, both movies was real cute movies. They was an hour and a half, which is right up my alley because I ain't no movie. I don't have the patience for movies like that. So an hour and a half was fine. I like the chemistry between the character who played Kendra and the character who played Ben. Great on-screen chemistry. I felt like the job was done well because honestly, I wanted more. I wish that there was more time they could have gone a little bit more in depth into their story because, I mean, if you don't give us a love story, you know how like us people who love just be in front of the TV, be like, what is the tea? I need more. What is the tea? I need more. But other than that, like, you know, everything was great. So yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos. Deuces.